Prince Harry is currently facing criticism for aggressively disputing reports that he dubbed the royal family racist in his explosive Oprah Winfrey interview from 2021, as if Prince Harry wasn't already mired in controversy. And what's worse, Prince Harry admits that he was racist? Keep watching this video to find out more. Harry recognizes his racism. Prior to meeting his wife Meghan Markle, Prince Harry claimed he was naive and bigoted, according to a CBS interview. The prince discussed the bigotry his wife had encountered in the British press in a clip from an interview with Anderson Cooper. What Meghan had to go through was akin to what Kate and Camilla had to go through, in some ways, very different circumstances, he remarked. He added, "But then you add in the race element, which was what the British press, jumped on straight away. I went into this incredibly naive. I had no idea the British press was so bigoted. Hell, I was probably bigoted before the relationship with Meghan." Cooper followed up by asking, "You think you were bigoted before the relationship with Meghan?" And the prince then said, "I don't know. Put it this way, I didn't see what I now see." The full interview is set to air on Sunday at 7:30 p.m. ET. Race and racism within the royal family may be a major issue in Prince Harry's memoirs, Spare. According to leaks, the prince revealed that while growing up, he frequently overheard racist slurs being used. According to the BBC, the Duke of Sussex also expressed contrition for using a very nasty racist epithet at Ahmed Raza Khan, a fellow army recruit who is South Asian. In the book, Harry said that while growing up, lots of people around him used a racist epithet. "I was 21. I'd grown up isolated from the real world and surrounded by privileges, and I believed the world was like saying Yankee. Innocuous," according to the BBC, he said. Prince Harry has also written about an incident that occurred in 2005, in which he was seen wearing a Nazi uniform to a costume party. The prince said that Prince William and Kate, his brother and sister-in-law, ordered him to wear the offending clothing because they were roaring with laughter. Harry has spoken about this in his recent Netflix docuseries Harry and Meghan. "It was one of the biggest mistakes of my life. I felt so ashamed afterward," Harry said. "All I wanted to do was make it right." Insider's Michaela Friel reported. Did Harry admit the royal family is racist? During an interview with ITV's Tom Bradby on Sunday, he did the startling verbal U-turn while promoting his divisive memoir Spare, and he expanded on it on Good Morning America on Monday. Bradby addressed the incendiary moment in his recent interview, stating, "You accused members of your family of racism." However, the indignant royal denied the broadcaster's accusation. "No, I didn't. The British press said that," Harry, 38, snapped. "Did Meghan ever mention that they're racist?" "She said that there were troubling comments about Archie's skin color," Bradby, 55, replied, upon which the Duke of Sussex corrected him. "There was concern about his skin color." For the uninitiated, the controversy was initially sparked during 38-year-old Meghan Markle's controversial interview with Winfrey back in March 2021. Markle had revealed that the royal family raised concerns with Prince Harry over the potential darkness of their son Archie's skin. Winfrey responded by asking the Duchess of Sussex, "They were concerned that if he were too brown, that would be a problem. Are you saying that?" Markle replied, "If that's the assumption you're making, I think that feels like a pretty safe one," which was really hard to understand, right? This somewhat cryptic statement sparked a royal family-wide damage control campaign, with Harry's brother Prince William declaring that the UK royalty was not a racist family. Meanwhile, Queen Elizabeth dubbed the issue raised concerning, but insisted that recollections may vary. The host of Harry's ITV interview with Bradby maintained that there was a risk of not naming the individual who made the remarks, and Harry concurred. "Yes, you're right. The key word is concern, which was troubling," spluttered the former senior royal, who declared earlier in the interview that he would never share the details of the Archie conversation. "But you speak to any other couple, mixed-race couple around the world, and you will probably find that the white side of the family have either openly discussed it or secretly discussed it. You know, what are the kids gonna look like?" he added. "And that's part of a, bigger conversation that needs to be had." Harry then went on to suggest that the Archie comments were actually an example of unconscious bias within the royal family. "The difference between racism and unconscious bias, the two things are different," the royal explained, seemingly igniting a royal semantics battle. "Once it's been acknowledged or pointed out to you as an individual, otherwise an institution, that you have an unconscious bias, you, therefore, have an opportunity to learn and grow from that. Otherwise, unconscious bias then moves into the category of racism," he said. Bradby and the other hosts were obviously taken aback by Prince Harry's very ambiguous response. So much of what he said seemed conflicted and contradictory. He allowed his family to be hung out to dry on an accusation of racism, which Harry says now he never said and wasn't true. BBC royal correspondent Jenny Bond told ITV's Lorraine of Harry's purported heel turn. "That, in my view, is almost unforgivable. Prince Harry and Meghan have allowed critics, especially in the US, to use their interview with Oprah Winfrey to accuse the royal family of racism for almost 2 years, wrote Daily Express royal correspondent Richard Palmer. Now he says they don't believe the family is racist, but saw unconscious bias. Now that we approach the end of the video, it's important to point out that despite the backlash, Harry doesn't appear to be walking back his latest comments. The royal doubled down on his denial while speaking to Michael Strahan on Good Morning America earlier today. Further, he claimed that Markle stressed the value of representation, and that, as a privileged white male, he had not really understood what she meant until now.